Dear students and viewers, welcome to the online class arranged by Lions School and College Rangpur. I am Muhammad Arman Hussain, Senior Assistant Teacher, English, Lions School and College Rangpur. So far, we discussed about use of right form of verb in our previous class. Now, we will continue it, but before that, I want to go to the previous class and have a glimpse. It was about the use of right form of verb, and we discussed about the form, the five forms: present, past, past participle, ing form, and s or es form. We discussed where we use the base form, where we use past form, where we use past participle form, ing form, and ies form. Basically, the base form of the verb is used in present indefinite tense, where subject and tense. Subject is not third person and singular number, and we use the base form after to. Besides, we use base form after a modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliaries are can, could, may, might, shall, should, etc. Then we discussed about the past form. Past form is used when the sentence is past indefinite tense. And some indicatory words we discussed in the previous class. Those were yesterday, ago, since, last, etc. Then we discussed about the past participle form. Past participle forms are used in the present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense, where the auxiliary verbs are have, has, and had. Besides, we use past participle form after having in the passive form also. Then we discussed about the s or es form. It is used in the present indefinite tense when the subject is third person and singular number. We discussed about the ing form. Ing forms are used in the present in the continuous tenses or perfect continuous tenses, where verb are used. After verb we use ing form in the continuous and perfect continuous tense. Besides, we use ing form when there are two verbs, and after a verb we use ing form. We use ing form of the verb after prepositions of, in, on, with, without. These are the prepositions used. Then we use the ing form after an object. When the structure is subject, verb, object, then we use a verb. If we use a verb, we generally use the ing form. If the sentence starts with a verb, then we also use the ing form. And as I told you in the previous class, the next class we would discuss about the form of verb in complex sentences. Here we are. If a sentence starts with past, he said. Here, said is a past form of a sentence, of a verb. So, if a sentence starts with past, it will continue as past form. Though the remaining part is in future, but we have used here future in past. He would meet me soon. Here I have used would, the past form of will. So the remaining part will be also a past form. I went to market and bought a pen. The sentence starts with past, went. So we have used here the bought past form of the verb by, because the sentence starts with past form, until the rest of the part is a universal truth. If the sentence starts with past form but the rest part is a universal truth, then we will not use the past form, because we know that the universal truth is always in present. The teacher said that the earth is round. As the earth is round, it is a universal truth. That's why, in spite of the past form of the verb say, we have used a present here is, because the rest of the part of the sentence, the remaining clause, the mentioned clause is a universal truth. That's why we have not used here any past. Then we will learn how to use verb in a complex sentence where the conjunctions are before or after. To remember it easily, we should just remember that before means in Bangla age or purbe, and after means in Bangla pore. So we will just remember that had is said before a before, and after had is used after and after. It means we will use had before a before. There is a before, so we will use had before. There is the conjunction after, so we will use had after it. So, and the rest of the part is that we have already learned there will be a past participle form after had. It is a past participle form of the verb reach, and run is the past participle form of the verb read. And the rest of the part, the remaining clause will be a past indefinite. That's why we have used here the past form ran and the past form of the verb reached. So we will use always a had before the conjunction before, and we will use a had after the conjunction after, and with the verb will be a past participle form after had. The verb here also is a past participle form. So the sentences are: I had reached school before the bell rang. The next sentence is: I reached school after the bell had rung. This is the use of before and after, and also the form of verb in a complex sentence where the conjunctions are before or after. There is another conjunction, it is since. Since is a conjunction here, and there are two clauses, before since and after since. So we will remember since, present, past indefinite, past perfect. It means if there is a conjunction since in a sentence, we have to remember that if the first part or first clause of the sentence is present, then we will use past form of the verb in the next clause. If the first part is a past, we will use the past perfect in the next clause. Here is an example. It is long since, as there is a peace. is refers that it is long, it is a present tense. That's why we have to write the next clause, the next part of the sentence in the past indefinite tense, and it will be I saw you last. Saw is the past form of the verb see. But if the sentence is in past, when it was long, it is a past indefinite tense, then the rest part of the sentence will be in past perfect. The rest part, the rest clause will be in past perfect tense. That's why it is had seen. So the sentence is, it was long since I had seen you last. So we will remember that if there is present before since, there will be a past after it. If there is a past before since, there will be a past perfect after it. At the same time, we should remember that as the since conjunction works, there are two other conjunctions also. These are as though and as if. Same rule will be applicable in these two conjunctions also. It means if there is any conjunction as though or as if, then we will follow the same rule. It means that if there is a present before as though, there will be a past after it. If there is a past before as though, there will be a past perfect after it. In the same way, if there is a present before as if, there will be a past indefinite after that. If there is a past before as if, there will be a past perfect after it. And the sentences will be like that. She proceeds. As though I didn't speak anything. It means as there is a conjunction as though and there is a present, she proceeds. So there is a past indefinite form, did not speak. And if the sentence is past, she proceeded as if I had not spoken. It means as there is a past before as if, proceeded is the past form. That's why the remaining part is in past perfect tense. So there are some other rules also. We will discuss now conditional clauses. Conditional clauses are those clauses where we use or follow these structures: first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. It will also help you in completing sentence also. So I would like to draw your attention, dear students. If plus present plus future. It means there are two clauses with if, and these clauses follow the rules. If there is a present after the if, then the rest part will be in simple future. Want is in present, so we have used the simple future. That means will, shall, can, may. We can use these four models generally. In this cases, you have to use any one in case of the meaning that refers. So if plus present plus future. If the first part of the if clause is in present, the rest will be in simple future. To make you understand, I have used here plus signs. but when you will write, you will find that there is a comma here. You will find a comma here. I have used plus signs just to make it clear. And if there is a past in the first form, in the first clause, the rest will be future in past. Future in past means there will be a would, should, could, might, and the present form of the verb. There we have used any one of the four models, and there is the present form of verb in the first sentence. In the second sentence we have also used it, but the models are in past. It is called future in past. Would, should, could, might. Any of these four can be used, and there will be a base form of the verb. Then we come to the third conditional. It is if plus past perfect plus future in past perfect. Future imperfect. It is future imperfect. Also in past. If plus you had wanted. Had wanted here refers that it is a past perfect tense. That's why we will use the conditional perfect. It is would, could, should, might, and there will be a had, not has. Had and the past participle form or V3 form of the verb. As we know, we always use a past participle form after had, has, or had. So there will be a had, would have, and would be a past participle. Very often we become confused when there is a had. If I had a lot of money. Only had does not mean that it is a past perfect tense. There is a had, but it is in the past form. There is no other verb in the past participle form, as we have find here wanted after had. But there is no verb at all after had. That's why it is not a past perfect tense, it is a past indefinite. That means it will be a second condition. Then we will use the second form. I would establish a school. I have used a would and the base form of the verb establish. So dear students, we have discussed as much as possible of the rules of right form of verb in our two classes. I hope that you have enjoyed the classes, but it will be fruitful if you practice and go through all the rules. For the shortage of time, as it is an online class, I haven't discussed all the rules in details because it will take more time and it will cost you also. That's why I have used the words that may confuse you. I have discussed the rules that sometimes confuse us. So it is your duty to follow all the rules, to go through the rules, and also practice the questions set in different board questions in different years. Then you will be able to do well in your examination. Till then, stay safe. Thank you very much.